stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away. Show us where we are. What makes the sun go?
Good morning. I've just finished getting ready for the day. I haven't done my hair yet because it's fresh washed, so that's going to be a whole another adventure for later. But I've just had a very exciting delivery come in, and that is a new coffee machine. If you have been around here for a while, you would know my little old black little DeLonghi coffee maker, and I make coffee at home pretty much every single day. It's just become part of my morning routine, and it obviously saves a lot of money getting coffees at home as well. But I thought that it was time to upgrade it, and I was just wanting to get a silver one actually, because I really like that brushed nickel kind of stainless steel look in kitchen appliances, but it was holding me back because I was just looking to get the exact same one, and because my one has lasted for so long, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to replace it with the exact same one. Like, it's going to last me another 5 years. But Jazz actually came shopping with me, and he's so good at that kind of stuff because obviously he's NLP trained. So he always talks about limiting beliefs and, you know, just us kind of staying stuck in a version of ourselves. And it was really funny because I wouldn't think that about a coffee machine, but I had such a limiting belief or like a scarcity mindset about, well, I shouldn't spend any money on getting the nicer, newer one or the next model up. And in the end, he convinced me to do that. So I'm going to unbox it with you now. One other small thing I got myself too is this beautiful necklace. This is from a brand in Melbourne called Finer Rings, and I have a couple of other pieces from them as well. They're actually these bracelets. The one is the soldered on one, and another one is just a little chain that Jazz bought for me, but I love this brand. I'm obsessed with them. It's I don't know what exactly it is. It must be similar to gold vermeil, but in a different kind of way, because I can wear this in the shower, in the ocean, wherever, and it doesn't lose its color. And I know that because I've had the bracelets on for around about 3 or 4 months now, and I have literally done all of those things. I've had them on before I even went to Tasmania, swam in the ocean, shower with them every day, work out with them, and I have had no problems. So I went ahead and bought this necklace as a little bit of a celebration because I did actually get 2 new clients. Oh my God, I can see my giant pimple peeping through, by the way. Easter chocolate did not agree with me because I don't often have sweets and things, so that is a little bit annoying. But yes, I thought, you know what, every time I get a new client, maybe I'll just get myself a little something to celebrate. And obviously only if I need something. Like, there was a couple of things that I just had on a little bit of a list, but just know if you ever book me and I end up working for you on your house or a renovation or some sort of interior design or architectural kind of thing, I literally do a little run up and down that hallway because I get so excited for new clients, and it's just my absolute purpose in life. Okay, here it is up on my bench now. This is such a beautiful coffee machine. I actually just bought this from The Good Guys, and it was only $289 because they did have a price beat on their website. So I think it's because this particular model, the DeLonghi Maestro, has just been discontinued as far as I could tell. And they do have the next model up, which is a little bit more expensive, maybe like $100 more, and had some other features. But if I'm completely honest with you, this is all that I really need. I usually just do a double shot of espresso and then froth my milk and make a beautiful little almond cappuccino in the morning. But I just thought that was such an upgrade to my previous black coffee machine, and I'm really, really excited to set it up and try it. Now I'm just going to run through all of these steps on the quick start guide. So I'm up to step 6. I've just popped a cup under there, and I think it just wants to let a little bit of hot water run through before you go ahead and make your first coffee. That is all set up now and ready to go. Now I just need to follow the rest of those steps, and then I will have my beautiful new coffee machine in use. So now I'm going to head into my office because I actually have 2 new projects which I mentioned that I need to get started. So I'm finalizing one project which is an apartment renovation in St Kilda, and I'm so excited that I'm going to get to take you along to some of these soon because you'll be able to see a lot of the before and afters. And I've made sure that I took a lot of video and photo before because the transformations are honestly incredible. You just do not even recognize the place once I'm done with it. So I'm very, very happy about that. But I'm going to go and do a couple of solid hours of work now. And I also need to do a trip to Laminex to go and visit their new showroom to get some wood grain samples. And I'm also going to go to Kmart. I need to do a Kmart shop. I have something that I bought, like a jacket, but I didn't love it. So I'm going to return that, and then I might do a little bit of a Kmart shop, and maybe I'll do the Kmart haul in this video, but I might do it in another vlog as well. Just finished getting ready, and I'm actually thinking to head down to the co-working space today. I was going to sit in my office and do a whole bunch of work, but I'd actually rather go to the co-working space in Toorak. I'm going to go to Central House, and I thought I'd bring you guys along and show you what it's like. I need to fix my hair. It is just not working out for me today, but I just want to go and work from there for the day because I am redoing all of my business Instagram and socials and reels and templates and all that kind of stuff. So it makes sense for me to just change my environment and go and do a dedicated day of that kind of work. But I normally work out of Forum in Cremorne, but I thought I might just switch it up and go to one that is a little bit closer to me and try a new space. So let's see how we go. I also need to hunt down somewhere for a little bit of a healthy lunch later since I am tracking my macros at the moment. So yes, let's go and do a really nice productive day, and I'll see you at Central House. Good morning. I didn't end up vlogging the rest of yesterday because I got so busy sitting there at the co-working space, just getting into my social media, doing some templates. I edited a couple more episodes for the podcast, but now I'm in Richmond. I've just done a new client consultation for a knockdown rebuild. So cross all of your fingers for me that goes ahead. They were lovely. So it would be a really, really nice house to work on, and I guess just create something really nice for their family, because a lot of the time when people have these properties, it's either needing a major renovation or it's better to just start all over again, particularly if the property is in slightly poor condition and it's going to cost a bunch of money to renovate it. You may as well just do something custom and brand new. But now I'm going to head to Kmart because I have to return a jacket that I bought, which I didn't quite love. And I thought I might just do a little bit of a shop and update a couple little bits and pieces in our home. So I'm going to take you guys with me, and then we'll head home and have some lunch. Okay, I just got changed. I ended up coming home and having a bit of an everything shower because sometimes when I've been out really early in the morning and just doing all back-to-back meetings and things, I just feel a little bit gross. So I just wanted to have a bit of a refresh. So I ended up walking on my walking pad. I did 60 minutes, which usually gets you around about 4.5 kilometers. So it's a pretty decent walk on only a speed 4 while I was just catching up on some emails and other work stuff. And then I had a shower, did a bit of laundry and hung that all up outside, changed into a cozy jumper, and now I'm ready to sit down and go through the whole Kmart haul with you so I can show you everything that I picked up. Starting off strong with a homewares item, I had my eye on this vase. I've seen a couple of people have this in their home, and it's actually a beigey kind of color, but it's probably getting a little bit washed out on camera at the moment. It is in a beautiful textured sort of paint, and I just thought this would be a really nice update for a plain white kind of vase that I've got in the hallway when you first walk in. So I just think that having too many white on white kind of things, or white and black and very contrasty, is a little bit dead. So I just wanted to get something nice like that. It's very heavy as well, so it feels pretty good quality, and it's called the Textured Urn Shaped Vase, or vase, however you like to say it, and I think it was around about $12. Another practical item that I picked up was just a little umbrella umbrella to keep in my handbag because Melbourne is very unpredictable and you just never know when you're going to get blown away, rained on, or just enjoy some beautiful sunshine. So this was only $6 and it's in a really nice forest green kind of color. I just thought that was a little bit different to, again, my usual black and having everything be black. So just something a little bit more unique. Next item I grabbed were just some seam-free G-strings, and I have to say the Anko brand ones are actually quite good quality considering how affordable they are. This one came in a 3-pack and that was only $12. So just great to stock up on those because they are the underwear that I always wear under my gym clothes and things in the morning, because you obviously don't want to be having lines and everything under activewear because it's not very forgiving. Something else I was really stoked to find, and you probably saw me handling this in the store, is this little silicone loaf baking pan. And this is really great for little banana breads or any of those kind of cakes and slices and things that I really like to make, because I usually just make them like this instead of in a big tray. And like, I know you can kind of cut them up into squares, but I prefer to just put things in slices. And that way, if I'm not going to use it all in the 1 week, like I did make a protein banana bread the other day and I just knew we weren't going to get through it all. So at least in this kind of format, I could just slice it up like bread and we can put it in the toaster and enjoy it that way. But also I just put the rest in the freezer for another week. I don't know where exactly I'm going to pop this little container, but it was just really pretty and there wasn't very many of them left on the shelf. So I ended up just grabbing one, but it is called the small linear glass canister. I do have some similar ones like this from Kmart that I got years and years ago, but I feel like the quality of this has improved. Like, not only is it nice having that linear or fluted glass kind of look, but the lid is a much nicer finish and the seal feels a little bit better quality and more solid. I got another 3-pack of underwear as well. These ones have a little bit of a lacy kind of detail on them, and again, I think it was a 3-pack for $12. These are the soft stretch lace trim G-strings, and again, really nice, but I just didn't want to get only these ones. I wanted some seam-free options as well because the lace on this is a little bit thicker than the cotton on kind of ones that look really similar. So just bear that in mind if you're ordering online, because I do feel like you would see those under clothing if it was like a tight fitting outfit. Another thing I have had my eye on is a little bit of Tupperware. I'd always end up having leftovers from our dinners, and I'm not a huge leftover person, but Jazz is, and I really just needed to get some other containers, and these ones are actually perfect because they are glass lid containers and a ceramic bowl, because I don't really like to use plastic containers and things. I just think it's not the healthiest choice for us with like PFOAs and PFA, whatever the other things are called that are all in them, especially when you're microwaving food out of that container. So I thought these would be really great. This is the 800ml porcelain container with a glass lid. It's 8.3 centimeters high and 16 centimeters in diameter, and this button on the top apparently makes it airtight. So when you pull it up, it is not airtight, and when you push it down, it is. So I just thought that was a really good little option for storing my leftovers, and I ended up getting 2 of those. Now, I don't really need any new clothing because I feel like my wardrobe is pretty jam-packed, and I actually did just get in there the other week and do a really, really good clean out and donated a whole bunch of things to charity. But these 2 items kind of jumped out at me as I was heading towards the cash register, so I ended up putting them in my cart, and I'm really glad I did because I think they're great pieces separately, but they could also be styled really beautifully together. So the first one is a dress. I ended up getting it in a size 8, and this is the lace maxi dress in black. It was $28, and it's got some sort of shoestring straps on top of it. It's just a pull-on style, but it is a little bit more see-through on the bottom, and the lace is actually really beautiful. I don't know if you can see that necessarily, but it's got this lovely fine floral pattern through it, and that is where this next piece comes in because I thought they would pair really nicely together. I also got this one in an 8 because I felt like the sizing was quite oversized. It's the funnel hem jumper in mulberry, which is kind of like a beautiful deep maroon sort of color, and I absolutely adore funnel neck finishes in tops. I'll turn it around, sorry, so you can see. It's nice and stretchy knit material as well, and it feels super soft and cozy. The sleeves are just normal kind of sleeves, but a little bit thicker and ribbed on the bottom. Same with the bottom of the jumper. And again, I'll just pop a picture here if I can find it so that you can see what it looks like. But I just thought that would look really beautiful layered over the lace dress and even cinched in with a belt on the waist and some ankle boots, and that would just be a perfect little elevated day look for when I'm working from the co-working space. So I just really loved that. It's a really, really nice color, and the funnel neck is just the perfect cut, because I really hate turtleneck kind of things. I just find them really overwhelming, and it's just a bit overstimulating for me to wear something like that. So I was really, really stoked that I found those two on the way out. And it even says that it's made with partially recycled polyester, made from recycled materials, which is really nice as well. But now that I've got that home, I'm going to try it all on together. I'm also thinking that if that funnel neck sweater comes in some different colors, that I might even get a couple more, because again, I did do a big clear out of a lot of my old knits, and some of them were just pilling and they'd been washed and worn too many times. So it's nice to have a couple of little refreshes and items, but maybe I'll even wear that on Mother's Day, because that's coming up next weekend. And we do have a breakfast with my mum who's coming down, and my partner's mum, and a few other people. So it could be a really nice option, because going out for breakfast at the moment, it is pretty cold here in Melbourne. I think it was maybe like 8 degrees this morning. So I definitely need something that feels nice and pretty and dressy, but also really nice and cozy and warm. So I do have one more item. I'm going to run and grab that. All right, last item. I already used it yesterday when I headed off to the gym, and it's just this bag, which I would say is in a nylon kind of material. It's got 2 thick zips and zip pockets, and then quite a sturdy sort of strap that is adjustable. And I just wanted this as a crossbody bag to take to the gym, because I often end up taking little bits and pieces. I've got my keys, my card, my headphones, sometimes a booty band and some ankle weights and things. And to try and carry all of that junk in your hands as well as a water bottle is a little bit much. And I don't really need a large gym bag, because I can walk to my gym from my house. So I don't need to drive there or take a change of clothes or anything like that. I'm already in my clothes ready to go, but I just don't want to have my hands full of things. So I thought that bag was absolutely perfect. And it does have some pretty strong joiners here as well, which means that I actually can put the ankle weights in there and carry it without worrying about it breaking. So that was a beautiful find, and it was only $12. So just a little hot tip for anyone who's wanting to do the same, because I know as women, we seem to always just carry 1,000 million things and have them all like this. So that was a really big life upgrade for such a cheap little price. But that is everything that I got from Kmart. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. I'm going to run along and get some lunch now before I jump back into a couple more client meetings, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.